Greetings, YouTubians, and welcome back to Wayne Sharp World, where today we are taking a look at another brand new Kizer. And this one here is kind of building off a model that I consider to be probably Kizer's best design, best knife ever in terms of just what it's brought to the knife world so far. And it's not the Militar. This is the Little Grand, designed by Jonathan Stiles, and it kind of, you'll see here. This is definitely a play. This is a cousin. This is without a doubt a cousin of the Militar in a very little fancy version here. So before I go any further into this review, though, I want to thank you guys tuning in today. If you like what you see, do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button, follow along, and I will continue to bring you the content. Now let's take a look at some overall specs on this little slip joint right here. We have an overall length of 5.71 inches, a blade length of 2.52 inches, and a couple different blade materials. This here is the budget version, but there's also a premium version. This budget version is sporting Nitro V, and if you want more premium to pay a little more, you can get M390. They all have drop point style blades with flat grinds, handle length coming in at 3.19 inches. Handle material on this version here is going to be wood. I believe it's Emcurity, or how do you pronounce that? I know I butchered that, but it's wood. It's some type of wood. And aluminum for the handle materials. Clearly no locking mechanism here. This knife does not fully lock. It is a slip joint knife. Clearly ambidextrous. There's not even a slip with this. You just close it up and that's that. You throw it in your pocket or your purse or wherever you want to carry it in. So yes, 1,000,000% ambidextrous. Weight coming in at 1.81 ounces. Designed by Jonathan Stiles, which I'm sure you all know who the ever so talented Jonathan Stiles is. He also designed the Militar, which we'll have out here in just a second for some size comparisons. Price on these guys are, there's basically two prices. For the budget version, we are looking at $55.95. Excellent little value here. Or if you want to pay more and get a little more of a premium slip joint, you can pay $159, and that's going to get you the M390, the carbon fiber, the titanium, all that good stuff. So you be the judge of that. But now let's take a look at some size comparisons. And you know what? Let's set this down here. And let's bring out the rest of the Militar family. Let's bring out its extended family here. Here we have the Mini Militar, which is considerably bigger. Really does actually a really good comparison right there. And then, of course, the full-size original Militar. There you go. Look at the size comparisons. Look at the difference in length there. Significant, massive differences. Three really nice knives, two great knives, and I really do like the Little Grand. I really don't have any issues with it other than the fact that, as you guys know, I always prefer locking knives. So that's the only thing that to where, like, yes, it's a great little budget slip joint, but I definitely like the Militar versions better. But there you go. There's your size comparisons. You know what you got now. Let's bring these off to the side and talk more about the Little Grand. But as you can see, there's clearly inspiration from the Militar here with the inlay design and kind of that just overall rectangular shape minus the little, finger area here on the Mini Militar. But yeah, some very, very distinct resemblances, which I really like. I love how the design language carries into this from the Militar. It does feel very good in hand in terms of just a very small little purse knife or this really could even be a fifth pocket knife. You could probably drop that in your fifth pocket. Maybe a little too tall for some, but again, you just put this in your pocket if you're wearing slacks, like if you're going to a more casual or dressy event. It would go good in any situation to where you don't want a big knife. You just want something with just a couple inches of a sharp edge to pop something open if you need to. So nice little piece here, nice complementary piece or secondary knife. In terms of the walk and talk, it's not bad. It kind of has it has a little bit of a different walk and talk. So it has like two sections of a walk and talk. When you pull it out, it locks right here. So it's kind of like excuse me, kind of like 2/3 of the way lock up there, as to where some knives, will lock up right halfway. This doesn't do that. It's right there. And then it locks out. Now, when you're closing it, it's a much easier close to this point where it stops, then it pushes a little harder to pop it in. So this is by no means a Jack Wolf. The walk and talk on this is nothing even remotely close to something like a Jack Wolf knife. But again, for $55.95, it shouldn't be. I don't expect it to be. But for what it is, I don't have any issues with it. It's not super soft and muddy. It's strong enough, and I'm good with that. So the walk and talk kind of is what it is. Ergos are okay. You know, it's a smaller knife, but it is a nice neutral shape, so it's okay to hold on to. And this is also not designed for heavy use. This is not something that you're going to be really beating on very hard and using really recklessly. So, use it for what it is, to open little packages or for minor cutting tasks as needed. But what it brings to the table, I think, is very solid. It's an interesting little piece, and I want to know what you guys think about this. What do you think of the little Grand? Is it one you would pick up? Do you like the premium option? Do you prefer the budget option? Let me know. Nonetheless, it's another good design from Jonathan Styles and a nice addition to the family of the Militaw. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And until the next one, I'm out.